Welcome back, and joining me now is Senator Richard Shelby of Alabama. He served for 2 decades alongside another senator from Alabama, Jeff Sessions, of course, before he became Attorney General. Senator, it's good to see you. I want to ask you about health care, but let's start with what everybody is talking about, and that is the president in the Rose Garden today, continuing what has been almost a long series of newspaper interviews, tweets, humiliating, essentially, his attorney general, somebody who was very loyal to him, the first person in the Senate to support him. You put out a statement. You came to his defense today, talked about him as a man of integrity, loyalty, extraordinary character. The president today questions even whether or not Jeff Sessions had played any role in his support, whether he owed him any loyalty, because he said it really didn't seem to be a big deal in terms of his support making a difference in him being elected president. What do you make of the president's public shaming of your colleague, former colleague, Jeff Sessions?
Well, I tell you, I've known Jeff Sessions day in, day out, worked with him for 20 years, and I think I know him, and a lot of us in the Senate that know him and respect him know him too. He's a man of courage, he's a man of purpose, and he's a man of substance. I don't know everything that's going on between the president and the attorney general, but Jeff Sessions got a lot of respect here in the Senate. He's got a lot of respect in my state, and I do know that he was all of us in the Senate. He was the first one to endorse the president, was loyal to him, and I hope things work out.
So it seems that he's not willing to step down. He said he loves his job. He wants to continue to love his job. You know him well. Do you see a circumstance under which a tweet or a comment is going to get him to step down?
I don't know any of that. All I can tell you is this could have been handled in a different way. I hope. We don't need this. It's not good for the president. It's not good for politics in general, and it's certainly not good for the Justice Department.
Would you draw a line in the sand and say to the president to his face, you shouldn't do this, you need to leave Jeff Sessions alone, he's a good man?
Well, I'm not going to draw a line in the sand with any president. You know, I respect the office of the president and so forth, but I do have a lot of respect for Jeff Sessions. He's my friend, but more than that, he's a man of courage, integrity, and purpose.
You tweeted this afternoon, it is vital we keep our promise to repeal Obamacare and replace this failing law. Are you okay with voting for a bill that might mean coverage for fewer Americans, or do you even have a sense right now of what bill you guys might eventually vote on?
Well, nobody knows exactly what the final product's going to be because we haven't even debated the bill in the Senate. This is step one. But I was initially, and still am, for outright repeal and then work with the Democrats to replace it with some. There's going to be winners and losers, but I think we ought to look after the most vulnerable in this country, but we ought to cut down all the barriers to competition in the free market. Part of health care's problem, there's not real competition in the marketplace.
Does that eventually mean, though, and the CBO sure seems to think so, that fewer Americans will be covered?
Well, that might. Well, the CBO's been wrong on a lot of things. I hope they're not wrong on this, but ultimately, you know, we've got to figure what we can pay for, look after the most vulnerable, and knock out the barriers to free competition.
Senator Shelby, appreciate your time. Thank you so much. You guys have a lot going on right now, so we do appreciate it, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.